Hello, my dear friends, and a very warm welcome to today's episode. I can't believe we are already in April. Quarter 1 just flew by, really flew by with a blink of an eye. And as I was preparing for today's episode, I was thinking, well, on what could we possibly focus in April? Because April is not only the first month of Q2, but it's also usually a month where there is truly a different energy that already starts increasing in March, but then it actually really raises in April even more. So today marks the beginning of something really special. As I was contemplating of what the content could be for April, I came up with an IVF Reset Series. So today is going to be the first episode of this series, a space I've created to walk alongside you through this next phase of your fertility journey. A space where you can hopefully pause, breathe, reflect, and gently prepare emotionally and mentally for what lies ahead. I'm really looking forward to this series throughout the whole of April. So get a nice cup of tea, a glass of water, and maybe even like something to write on, and relax and sit back, and let's begin.
Hello and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started.
So I want to start by sharing why I felt called to create this series and why now, why in April. Over the past 14 years of working with individuals and couples on their fertility journey, I've noticed a very clear pattern. April and May are often the month where things begin to move. I see more IVF cycles are getting started. I see hormone stimulations begin. These are also months where decisions that may have been sitting quietly in the background suddenly come to the forefront. Even decisions that were made maybe a couple of months back in the old year, for example, may come afloat again and maybe revisited. So there is really something about spring, about new quarter, about the shift from the heaviness of earlier months into something lighter, more hopeful. Maybe even a sense of maybe now is the time. Maybe this could work. Maybe we just try again. And with that hope often comes something else too. Fear, vulnerability, uncertainty, just to name a few, because saying yes to this process means opening your heart again, which sometimes might not be the easiest to do. So if you are listening to this and you're about to step into another cycle, or even just thinking about it, you might notice a mix of emotions. A part of you that feels ready and another part that feels tired. A part of you that holds hope and another part that wants to protect you from disappointment. This inner tension is so incredibly normal. You are not doing this wrong if it feels complicated. You are human. And this is exactly why I created this series. Not to give you more information, because there is already so much of that out there, but to support you in something that is often missing. How to walk through this emotionally. How to stay grounded when things feel uncertain. Feel your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Communicate with your partner in a loving, respectful way, and come back to yourself again and again, so that you don't just go through IVF, but that you feel more resourced, more supported, and less alone while doing it. Because truly, you are not alone on this path. So before we move into what's next, I want to gently invite you to pause and look back. It's the perfect moment to do this. The past 3 months, your quarter one. Now is the time. Not to analyze and not to judge, not at all, but simply to notice and observe. So you might want to ask yourself, what has this journey been like for me recently? What felt supportive? What felt heavy? What drained me? What gave me even a small sense of strength? And you may want to pause here for a moment to really take the time to go through these questions for you. You may want to either just think about it in your mind and heart, or then if you want to do a little bit more of that inner work, please put pen to paper. That's the go-to for me when I want to find solutions, when I want to resolve something or just want to release something. Get it out of your system. So if you feel like this is the right moment, please hit the pause button now and take the time to reflect on these questions. There is so much wisdom in what you've already experienced, and often we move forward so quickly, and we don't take the time to gather that wisdom. And as you reflect, you might notice certain things bubbling up. Perhaps a sense of exhaustion, frustration about how long this has taken, grief from what didn't work before, or even guilt for feeling tired of trying. Whatever is there, just notice it. You don't need to fix it right now. Absolutely not. So if you take nothing else from today's episode, let it be these 3 gentle invitations. Number 1, allow your experience to be exactly as it is. You don't need to feel positive all the time to move forward. Number 2, separate your past from your next step. This is so important. What has happened before matters, but it does not fully define what comes next. Only because it happened in the past, it doesn't mean that it will happen again. Number 3, choose one small thing to carry forward and one to let go. It could be a thought, a habit, a pressure you've been holding. Whatever you feel you want to let go, please let it go with your full consciousness from your heart and your mind. Keep it simple. And before we close, I want to invite you into a short pause. If it feels comfortable, gently place a hand on your heart. And then take a slow breath in and a soft breath out. And ask yourself, what am I ready to let go of as I step into this next phase? And what do I want to carry with me instead? There is no right answer, just listen. Thank you for being here with me today. In the next episode, we'll gently move into how to prepare for your doctor's appointments, not just practically, but emotionally too. Until then, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, This is a gentle reminder. I know we can be our best critics, aren't we? But this is not the time. This is the time to be kind to yourself, loving to yourself. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. I'm looking forward to seeing you here next week. Take care and bye for now.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.